Hi, friends. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Divyansh, for taking the time to discuss your journey with us. Thank you very much.
It's a
And
pleasure, sir.
hey, let me just introduce Divyansh and give the background so that we can get into the core of the discussion. Divyansh is joining a very interesting and a fast-growing fintech startup. It's a fintech product-based startup called Crowdit, and he's joining there as a software engineer, machine learning. This is another title that is given to roles which are also called as machine learning engineering roles, where you'd have some software engineering components and some machine learning and data science components. Just to give some idea, Crowdit is one of the Techstars 10 companies that Barclays worked with Techstars as part of their London Accelerator program. So it's a very promising startup that we worked very closely with, and we have two of our students joining. Two of our students who have been offered by Crowdit. One being Divyansh. Congratulations, and very interesting to see this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Everything that has been possible is only because of the Applied AI course and your efforts, sir. I'm very, very grateful to you.
No, no.
Very,
So
very much.
again, let's also be clear here. I think you put in most of the efforts because you completed all the assignments on time. You put in all of that rigorous effort. Just to give some more background, Divyansh has 2 years of work experience at Persistent Systems as a software engineer. And prior to that, he completed his BTech in information technology, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes.
So cool, cool, very nice. So for those of you who don't know more about Crowdit, they're trying to do some personalized offers based on your credit card transactions for both retailers and credit card companies. So Divyansh, just to be very clear, I think it's your hard work that always helps you the most. We at the team can only guide you, put you on the right track, help you understand concepts. But the most important thing is you completed all the assignments. And as part of our job guarantee program, you successfully cracked Crowdit, which is a very, very promising fintech startup. So 90% of the credit to you, 10% to our team. Let's be very clear there. Cool.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to understand because a lot of students with 2 years experience like you who have software engineering experience, who are trying to go into machine learning engineering roles. Can you share some of your interview experiences?
Yeah, sure. So the interview had 3 rounds. So the first round was a proper coding round. They asked me algorithms problems like dynamic programming, greedy algorithms. So there was a matrix multiplication, a variation of that, a variation of edit distance problem, and subset problem, a subset sum problem. So these were the problems. And apart from that, the interviewer asked me about my general preferences about how I view machine learning, data science, what is my approach to that, a short discussion about that. So that was the first round. The second round was a machine learning plus HR round, kind of mixture. So in the machine learning round, mostly my case studies, my self case studies were discussed. And based on that, some follow-up questions were there. So, and as I made the case studies with a lot of effort, with Applied AI's help, so I think I was able to explain most of the case studies to the interviewer. And one for more of that, they asked me some open-ended ML problems, like given something like a lake and detect algae, the percentage of algae concentration in each image. So it is a problem that, so that starting from how would you formulate a supervised unsupervised problem, and then how would you choose the metric, what would you choose the metric, how would you proceed further, so like the complete end-to-end process on realizing that. And later on some HR questions like my goals, my priorities, and communication, and normal HR questions. And the third round was a complete HR round. So in there, my attitude towards the work, how to prioritize tasks, and importance of communication, and some discussion on agile methodology and things like that.
Cool,
So yeah,
cool.
these were the 3 rounds.
So just let's go step by step to dissect it further. In terms of the programming questions, what do you think are the hardness as compared to what you have done in our assignments, right? So for as relative to our assignments, do you think these problems are hard, roughly the same level or easier?
Uh, I think they are the same level or maybe easier. Yeah, they weren't hard. Actually, I also took the interview prep course
Okay.
for that, because to practice coding. So
Okay.
that also helped me a lot, because a lot of DP problems, variations of that are asked in the interviews. So
Yeah, as
that
somebody who is
gave me,
coming from computer science background, 2 year software engineering experience,
yeah,
they expect you to be comfortable with basic data structures algorithms also. Because this
Exactly.
role being a machine learning engineering role, 50% is software development, 50% is machine learning. And given
Yeah.
that you have studied 4 years undergrad CS, 2 years at Persistent, they expect you to know data structures well. So it's a good thing that you also pursued the interview prep course, because you could
Yeah.
answer some of these edit distance like problems much more easily that way.
Sure.
Good. So what about the machine learning questions themselves? How hard were these open-ended problems, or how hard, I mean, did they go too deep into the mathematics, or were they looking mostly at your approach to an open-ended problem? Just wanted to understand a little bit more on that.
Yeah, so mostly they were looking at the approach, because I think for the core concepts, they already looked at my case studies. So they didn't go very deep into that, but they looked at, like, in our assignments, like the applied AI assignments that we do, like how do we formulate the business problem, then we choose a metric, then why that metric we chose, are the most important, as you say.
Oh,
So
so they did ask you a lot of why questions. Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. And wherever I went something off track, so they like hinted me, like, will it be better, like most interviews do that, so that apart from that, I made it on the right track. So like it was like that, the structure, they wanted to know the structure, how would you formulate a problem, then what. So I think that's how we solve problems in the real world, maybe. So that's
Exactly. Because you've done the case studies, you've done the self case studies. It's the same process. You start with an open-ended problem, break it down, obtain data, clean data, the same steps that we discuss in the case studies and self case studies. That same path. Of course, you should be able to answer why. That's very, very important, because you have 10 options to pick a metric from. Which one will you pick and why? That's very important.
yes.
Good. So one very important question that I have for you is, as a working professional who is working full time, what were your learning strategies to complete all the assignments on time while also pursuing the interview prep course and being very diligent about it? So what strategies did you employ to complete everything on time and to also stay focused as a working professional?
Sure. So one good thing that I felt was, applied AI course never felt as like a course to me. It always felt like something that I got happiness with, because when I viewed your lectures, they were like a story. It wasn't like that a concept is thrown at your face. It is like why this thing is needed, what is the historical perspective, what were the shortcomings. So mostly whenever I got free time from my work, I started viewing the lectures. So it was not like a burden, it was more like enjoyment. So honestly, whenever I got free time, I viewed the lectures. So I didn't know time bound or anything. So as in when I got time, I viewed this, and on weekends I devoted full time to that. So and my strategy was first to complete all that. Suppose a given module is KNN, so I would complete all the lectures of KNN. Made detailed notes of it. I make very detailed notes, so
Very good,
that's
very good.
actually. So that helped me a lot during my revision also. So after making the detailed notes, I immediately jumped to the assignment, because through assignment I really knew that I learned it or not. Because most of the times it happened as and when I started the assignment, everything was flushed out. So I went back against to the notes and then revised it once again and then did the assignment.
So
So
you are
that
using assignment as a way to test how deep your understanding is, and also as a form of revision.
correct. So I think revision helped me very much, because as I think, just as an analogy, as we learn to drive car, when we start, we are very cautious that what gear to put, how to accelerate and pedal. But later when we become comfortable, it all comes at natural to us. So machine learning concepts should also come as natural to us. You shouldn't remember like that logistic equation, O W transpose X, then do that, then do that. It will all should be like, yeah, shift the gear, punch the clutch, everything. So that happened with revision, because with every revision, one layer got added to my memory. So that helped me a lot. That even at night, if at 3 a.m. someone asked me derive this, so I would be able to, because it was very natural to me. So that I think helped. And also in interviews, we become nervous. So if that thing is natural to us, then this nervous, it counters the nervousness also. So
Got it. Very valid point. But it's also important to understand how you balanced your regular work at Persistent. I believe you're working from home, right? Because
yeah,
Pune is also fairly badly hit by COVID multiple
yeah.
times in the last year or so. So how are you balancing your regular work at Persistent Systems and also learning and taking time out for this?
Yeah, sure. So in the daytime, I had my office hours till 6 p.m. And after that, taking 1 hour break. Then as I said, I never took the videos as a burden. It was always an enjoyment. So like you watch Facebook or YouTube. So instead of social media, I watched the videos, and the concepts were so
That's a
interesting
big
and
deal. That's a non-trivial thing to commit to, but that's good. Like you're enjoying it, you're watching it. So we have had some students who binge watch our content, but anyway, it was good for them, so doesn't matter. Anyway, please continue.
yeah, so the content was so intriguing because in machine learning you don't know what is next. You always have a curiosity factor that if this wasn't work, then this will work, then this will work. So it is always a drives the things that drives you. So the lectures was also like that. If KNN fails at this point, so what algorithm would succeed? What would you need to counter this failure? So it would be so exciting that I wasn't able to stop. So I think that the interest of the quality of the course made possible that I watched even after the work hours, and on also on weekends I devoted full time as long as my brain allowed.
Cool, cool.
I didn't become tired. So that was 7-8 hours on weekends.
Very good
So that
commitment of
was
work.
as soon as my course got completed, the opportunities they came. Even in the COVID period, uh, uh, there were there were a significant number of opportunities from Applied AI. So because I also applied offline on LinkedIn or Naukri, but I couldn't get a call back from there. So that's how I realized the placements is very important, because the companies, they need someone, a mediator, to tell us that how good we are. Because from my resume, they don't shortlist the resume based on just the text. So the placement cell, they grade on our assignments or our mock interviews or our self case studies. So that feedback is very important. So that once you connect with an interviewer, then your knowledge and your skills are important. But that connection is very important. So that placement cell is very helpful for that connection with the recruiter. So I'm very
So
thankful to apply.
whenever we approach a company, or whenever a company approaches us, we try to provide them not just the resume, but a holistic picture of a candidate based on how they performed in the mock interviews, how they did the self case studies. That's why we have plagiarism detection, right? Because we want our
Yeah.
companies to take your work seriously, right? So very good, very good. So very importantly, what suggestions you have, because there are a lot of working professionals in the 2 to 5 year bracket, right? They might have worked for 2 years as a QA engineer, software testing engineer, and things like that, who are looking to transition to data science and machine learning engineering roles. So what suggestions you have for them in terms of how they can pace, how they can learn and successfully transition?
Sure. So one thing is that never take it as a burden. Take it as an enjoyment, because when you start enjoying things, you don't feel like study for 1 hour or 2 hour. You can binge watch for whole night. So that was the main thing. The course was very interesting, and that helps a lot. And second, the assignments, all the assignments, I completed each assignment as if it was to be presented to a company with all seriousness. I did the comments, the markdown cells, the figures, legends, everything. So
Very
that
good, very
actually,
good. I mean,
so
that's very important because you've taken the time and rigor, right? Because then when a company says, hey, can we solve this? You have all the pieces of the puzzle, right? Very good, very good.
exactly. So it becomes a habit whenever you now actually I got 2 or 3 mock assignments from the companies also, like the interview assignments. So in that also I knew that first do this, then do this, then do this, and there were no potholes in that. Suppose you forgot a legend, so it doesn't look good in a company.
Yes.
So that's I think the practice made that. And later on, the process of the learning data science is so interesting that mostly you don't expect the results to be so good, even also because I enjoyed the process so much that uh, the placement, when the I got the placement, I was very happy because yeah, my efforts got it was like,
Translated to real world
yeah.
outcomes.
It was like a very nice thing, because the course become a life to me. Like there was nothing else except from this and my work.
So very
So
importantly, I think if I have to summarize what you have said, I think you stayed away from social media and all the distractions of the world and focused on your own self growth by enjoying what you're learning. I think
yes, exactly.
that is extremely important, because once you have it right, it might take 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 24 months, doesn't matter. You'll surely succeed.
Yes, yes,
Cool, cool.
definitely.
Very nice to hear this. Again, it is stories like yours that make our day, and it's very, very encouraging for our whole team when we see students that we've worked with who are struggling with simple concepts, who eventually do very well. So thanks a lot for all your effort, because it means like a validation for what some of our team members are doing. So thank you very much from our whole team.
So thank you so much, sir. It would not have been possible without your efforts. I see how much efforts you put into each video, each each live session, the documents, notes you prepare, and it motivates us because like what you do inspires us. So that was a major motivation for me.
But to
Whenever
put
I
it
would,
bluntly, what I do is only 1% of what the team does, less than 1% actually,
yeah, sure,
because they answer thousands of questions, evaluate assignments. That's a huge task because they have to go through each line. Of course, I do some of it, but still a smaller portion than what the rest of the team does.
yeah. Also, very much importantly, the whenever I had doubt for the queries, I would continue pursuing it and never left a stone like that never left a doubt unturned, because you never know what it would take a part in the future. So never leave a question missing, so that whenever I had doubts, I cleared it from the team. Even sometimes I got audio responses from you also
Yes,
for
I
some
remember your
queries.
name from that. Yes.
Yeah, so that actually helped me very much, because you should know every nitty-gritty detail of the thing you are saying. That you should not just say it bluntly. You should know why you're saying that. So
Cool,
that
cool. Very
why
good,
is
very good.
most important.
Very good. Why is very important. That's true.
Yes.
Congratulations, Divyansh. I hope you have a great career as a machine learning engineer in the near future, and certainly as a in a much better role going forward. And thanks for taking the time to sharing your journey. I'm sure it will help a lot of students and motivate them to successfully pursue the course and complete the course on time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you.